It's great to have you with us on a very special day. We've been looking forward to this for weeks, for 3 years in the making. We have been working towards this day.
It's Saturday.
No, it's more than that. Today is our guest reunion special.
Yes.
Our some of our most favorite cruise and travel creators from YouTube and Instagram have returned. We didn't scare them away the first time. They've come back.
Yeah.
You may have seen them in the interviews on our channel in the past. They're back with us today, and we're very excited about that.
We are.
Yes. So
very excited.
We're glad to have you with us, whether you're watching us live
or in the future.
Or from the future. Yes. And we hope if you have any questions for our YouTube creators, our guests, pop them in the chat and let us know. And we'll pass those questions on. But we're not going to delay because we've only got an hour and we've got a lot of special guests. So we're going to get right to it.
Yes.
So we're going to bring out Matthew and Lauren. Let's bring out Matthew and Lauren, and let's see if that works here.
Hello.
There they are.
Hello.
Hey. So we'll just ask you to introduce yourselves and tell people about your channel in case they're not familiar with you guys for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Matthew, obviously. This is Lauren, and we're Matthew and Lauren Vlogs.
Yeah, so since we have last seen you, we've gone on a couple of cruises. We got hit with that
nice
post-vaccine travel thing.
Yeah.
So we went on a Disney Wonder cruise to Mexico. We went on a Royal Caribbean Navigator of the Seas, also to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then we did a Western Caribbean cruise with Carnival as part of their celebration.
Yeah.
So we did a couple stops there, and that was a really, really fun thing because there was a huge ship meetup.
Yeah.
So lots of cruising fun.
It was pretty cool. And then we actually have 2 more cruises planned coming up. Actually, in a month, we're going on our first ever Alaska cruise. And then, I'm excited. They upgraded us to a suite, and it is going to be sweet. And then we're in January, we're actually going to South Africa on a cruise.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that's
be
so
ready
exciting.
for our mind's going to be blown for the next 2 videos. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you guys have done some awesome traveling, and I know you've done some. You went to Switzerland recently.
Yeah, so that one recently we went for our honeymoon. We went to Switzerland.
Yeah.
We saw the Matterhorn.
Oh, yes, and I know,
and that was amazing.
Yeah, it looked beautiful, and I know the difference. I know why the Matterhorn in Disneyland is different than the one over in Switzerland now, too. So Thanks, Lauren, for that. so thanks for having you here. We're going to introduce the next creators, and we'll bring you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, we're so happy that you were able to be with us.
Yes.
So next up, we have Jen and Dale. Good to see you, Jen and Dale.
Hi, guys.
You want to introduce yourself for anybody that's not familiar with you?
Sure. We're Jen and Dale. We only have an Instagram feed, Jen and Dale Travel the World, because we just like talking about cruising, but we don't make videos or anything. So we're kind of boring in that sense. But but we've been, as you guys know, we've been on a lot of cruises.
19 since the restart. We were on the third ship back into service on the Celebrity Millennium, and that's where you interviewed us.
Mm-hmm.
Our highlights is this month we just got back from a 14-day Norway cruise on Holland America.
Yeah.
We went to the top of Europe. You can't go any further north before you hit the North Pole. So we didn't see a sunset for 4 days. So it was
interesting. And then we also did an Alaska cruise in May. Numerous Caribbean cruises, and we have another 4 booked. And one of the ones we're really looking forward to is 14-day Canada, New England on Holland America.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You must like Holland America.
Love Holland America.
Love Holland.
It's amazing, and we're looking forward to keep on cruising. But as far as the Caribbean goes, the only new place we really went, we actually went to St. Kitts for the first time. And
nice.
Recently when we went, it was last week actually, we were on a Princess cruise, and I decided I was going to take the ferry, unescorted. I went it over to Nevis. So I got to see Nevis as well. So if you're a big Alexander Hamilton fan, make the trip to Nevis.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. And I should mention too, you've got some really cool photography that you put up on your
You
Instagram
have
site. Maybe
amazing photography.
not always cruise related, but you have some awesome photography. And I'll mention it again. I should have mentioned it at the top, but for all these creators that you're watching with us today, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, we have linked down below in the description links to their Instagram or YouTube page so you can subscribe or follow them. So be sure to do that so you don't miss out on what they're doing next. So Jen and Dale, we'll see you back in a couple minutes. We need to introduce the official mother and daughter cruisers.
Yay!
Great to see you back here again. How have you two been? I think you're muted.
Thank you for having.
How are
Thank
you
you for
doing?
having us. Hi
Thank you for
guys.
having us.
Great to see you.
Great to see you
Great to
and
see you
happy
back.
anniversary.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And so you want to
Welcome.
tell anybody that's not familiar with your YouTube channel, what your YouTube channel shares and what you've been up to lately.
Sure. Well, again, we are the official mother-daughter cruiser. Obviously, this is Mama Cruiser,
Mama
as our
Cruiser.
followers know. I'm daughter cruiser Imani, and this is Mama Marty. That's what we prefer to call her. And we are basically a mother-daughter traveling cruise lovers. It started out as just a way of us making memories, and it turned into something bigger when we started seeing a lot of followers and subscribers asking us questions, and they were inspired by our relationship. And I told my mother, I think we're on to something here.
Yeah, that was
And because we cruise every year, we made it. We were intentional about cruising every year. We started to vlog and dedicate time on our trips to vlog and share our experiences. And it just turned into a really big thing. And we're still growing and we're still thriving. We're still learning this whole vlogging
Yay.
and cruising thing. You know, so we're still
We all
building.
are.
yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
and we're on Instagram as well right now, and YouTube. And that's pretty much it. And the last time, I believe this, we saw you in 2019. I think the last time we were on, right?
Pre that word.
Right. Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yes. The last time we were on, oh, we have a visitor. Sorry.
No, we understand.
Our cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, she's
Yeah,
gonna do what she
so-
wants to do.
Yeah.
But
Pretty much that was the last time we kind of cruised. You know, we were intentional.
Yeah.
We were set up to go this year.
yes.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know,
unfortunately,
yeah, you like a lot of us, you've been trying to make the decisions that's right for you, for when to get back out
Exactly.
there. And I understand that you, like we did for other reasons, canceled a cruise in July. But
Yeah.
you're looking forward to the future, to getting back out there
Yes.
when it's
Absolutely.
safe and when it's the good time for you. So
yes. And we've been
Yeah.
keeping up on the cruise current events and seeing what's been going on. As some of you know, we are located in New York, so there hasn't been that many ships, specifically
Right.
Carnival,
Right.
that's been leaving from here like we're
Mhm.
accustomed to. So that's
Right.
also been challenging as well, because we are not
Mhm.
typically the type to get on a plane and go to a cruise ship.
Yep.
So we try to,
Yeah. But
yeah,
ironically,
Yeah.
this was the week we would have been away.
yeah. This
Yeah.
would have been the way.
Ironic.
Yeah, we've been
Well.
feeling kind of like,
Yeah.
because
We all
we
know
would have
that's
been away
coming.
right now. This
Yeah.
this would have been
Yep.
the time that we would be away right now.
So
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
but we've been
we're
keeping
gonna have-
busy.
Yep, good. We're going to have more questions for you coming up. I need to introduce the next guest, and we'll bring it back up on in just a few minutes. And next up, we have Nisha from Rosh Travels.
Hi, Nisha.
Nisha with one of our very special shirts, our very first shirts. It's great to see you. How have you been?
Yes, I've been fine.
Good.
I am Rosh Travels on YouTube as well as Love a Cruising on Instagram.
Right.
The last time that we spoke was about my first cruise coming back from, first cruise since the pandemic. So that was in November. So I had a Alaska cruise lined up, but unfortunately I had to cancel. But my next cruise is going to be next month to Bermuda. So I'm excited about
Nice.
that.
Exciting.
Yes.
That is exciting. That is exciting. Well, it's great to see you again, and we're going to get into talking about some topics and some other things about what you've been up to with both YouTube and Instagram. I think I linked your YouTube down below, but we'll be sure to add your Instagram. Once again, your Instagram is
Love of Cruising.
Love of Cruising. So
Yes.
if you're watching live now and you don't see that down below, look for Love of Cruising on Instagram, and I'll add that on there for those of you watching in the future.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll be back with you in just a minute, Nisha. Next, we need to introduce. I'd rather be cruising. It's Ashlyn.
Hi.
Hi.
Great to see you.
You too.
How have you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
Good, good. Last time you were on, you were on and talked about family cruise on Mardi Gras before we had an opportunity to go on Mardi Gras. So that was a very exciting video for us. What can you tell us? What you've been up to? What's new with you?
Yes, we are actually going on Mardi Gras again
Nice.
next week, a week from today.
Wow.
So we went on the second cruise on Mardi Gras, so we're anxious to see how different it is without reduced capacity.
Right.
But I have two children. They're currently 12 and 17, so we're kind of boxed into their schedules. We did get to go on a spring break cruise with them in April. We went on Horizon, did a Southern Caribbean, which took us to Bonaire. This is the first time we'd been there, so that was a wonderful snorkeling experience.
Nice.
And then my husband and I, we were lucky enough to go in March on the Sunshine. We took a 5-day cruise,
Nice.
kind of a belated 20th anniversary. Some childcare issues worked out,
Yeah.
so we were excited
Happy
to do that.
anniversary. That's a big thing.
Yeah, and that's a great ship too. We like the Sunshine too. That's
It's easy for us to get to here in North Carolina. So.
yeah, it's very convenient. I when we lived in Charlotte, we felt very blessed that we had such a cool ship. For a ship that's not huge, it's got a lot going for it,
Yes.
and it's got
Definitely.
a great crew. So, well, it's great to have you with us, Ashlyn. We are going to have more questions for you in a minute, but we have one more guest to introduce here. Let's see here. Whoops, let me hit the right button. And last but not least, we got Charlene.
Hey.
Charlene from Island Jumper Travels.
Yeah, I'm
How
Charlene.
have you been?
I've been great. And I'm Charlene from Island Jumper Travels. And I really started my channel to kind of help people get off the beaten path. I was really struggling to find information that wasn't extremes. Like, here's the common things everybody else was doing, or here's like base jumping. So I started the channel to really focus on off the beaten path, but what I always joke about with not too far. So more immersive things and more kind of active, somewhat active anyway, and more for the curious. So until December of last year, my husband and I had really been loyal to Royal. We had got ourselves up to the diamond level, and we had really been loyalists to Royal Caribbean. And then we went on back-to-back Virgin Voyages cruises in December, and then we also went on the inaugural sailing of the Wonder of the Seas for Royal Caribbean in March. And I tell you what, we may be ruined. We really have started to become like Virgin super fans. We are scheduled to be on the Carnival Magic, and of course we have our Cruise Day Fun download. So we understand
Nice. Thank you.
so we are looking forward to that and watching your videos. We understand more about what we're going to see on this ship. So we're going to be on the Carnival Magic to visit Bermuda, and then we'll be on Virgin Voyages again in the fall.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
and
so
for
exciting.
anybody that hasn't watched your YouTube channel, you lately especially have had a lot of great videos. You always have great cruise tip videos, but lately you've had a lot of videos on Virgin Voyages. So anybody thinking about Virgin Voyages, be sure to check out Island Jumper Travel with Charlene. Yeah, I know we keep talking about doing Virgin Voyages, but it's great to have you with us. We're going to have more questions for you in a minute, but we've got one more pair of guests that are visiting us from far away. Let's get them on here, or at least let's see if I can manage to figure out how to do it. One more special guest channel.
Hi, Robin and Chet with Sea Lake Journeys.
Sea Lake Journeys.
So sorry we could not make your show today, but happy anniversary!
Yes, we want to congratulate you on 3 successful years on your channel, Cruise Day Fun.
So we don't sing very good, but here it comes.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
So yes, we are currently on the Carnival Conquest, but we did not want to miss your show. We love you guys so much.
We almost canceled this cruise, but they wouldn't give us our money back.
So that we can participate, we're going to let you know what's up with our channel.
Yes, we've been at this for 6 whole months now. 6 months. How about that?
6 months. We're just babies. We're just barely walking. But we're doing really great. We have already hit 2,000 watch hours. So we're halfway there on the watch hours, but we are lagging on subscribers.
Hopefully by the time you watch this, we'll be pushing 400, but still. It's not quite halfway.
Yep. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays we've switched over to having live shows at 5 o'clock.
Yes, so come and join us. We'll have a good old time. All right, so to fill you in on the rest of our agenda, we're on the Conquest today, but in September, we're going to be on the Carnival Freedom. How about that? The one without the tail no more. The tailless Carnival ship.
So we hear that they're building her a prosthetic leg, just like Chet.
A handicap on the handicap ship. It's going to be a special edition. Don't want to miss that.
And then December, we are going to be on
the Sky Princess again.
And then, of course, next year, Alaska, and so on and so forth. But that's what we're up to. And once again, happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary.
We love you.
And we'll see you around the channel.
All right. Well, that was fun. Now we've got everybody that's able to be with us. All of those of us who can't be on a cruise today are back on the screen together. So now's the time where we get to ask questions. And for those of you watching from home, or wherever they be watching from, feel free to put questions in the chat and we'll throw those out there too. So first question, and I know some of you already answered this. We've pre-wrote them. So some of you already answered this question. So anyone who wants to answer the questions, go ahead and jump on out there and answer the questions. But my first question, it's Cruise Day Fun. So I got to ask you, what do you have planned for an upcoming cruise that you're really looking forward to? Or what was a recent cruise that you really, really enjoyed and think about still every day? Anybody want to answer that one?
I mean, I think the biggest thing that I'm excited for is seeing Alaska. Like, I've only heard dreams of Alaska, and like, I've been to Anchorage. I know this is gonna be your first time to Alaska, but it's just like, it's gonna be amazing. It's been a roller coaster ride because we were laughing a little bit in the video because we were supposed to be on the Freedom, and then they switched the Freedom to the Spirit for us, and that's how we got the upgrade to a suite. But it's cool. I think that's the biggest thing I'm excited for is Alaska.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
You'll love Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska.
It's so amazing.
Alaska's amazing. Anybody else have one they're looking forward to or a recent one they are excited about?
Ours is the 14-day Norway that we just got off. Yeah. And it was because it was on Holland America, our favorite line. And then also it was because I got to solve a family mystery, which is too long to get into now, but I got to find and see 2 relatives of mine that I didn't know existed in Norway.
We met them in Norway.
It's an amazing story. Yeah.
That's very cool. Talk about it. Talk about an unexpected bonus. That's very
right.
cool.
And Norway is like Alaska on steroids. So Norway is amazing.
Oh yeah, the fjords and all that. Haven't been, but we got to do that someday.
Yep.
Anybody else have one, or we can move on to the next question?
I will.
Go ahead.
I am excited to have my youngest actually get off the ship and see it because he was not vaccinated last year. He had to stay on the ship. He couldn't get off. So he's only seen it at Port Canaveral. He's not gotten to stand on the dock beside of it and see how big it is in comparison to other ones he's been on. So. And then we have reservations at Rudy's Sea Grill. So we did not do that last time. So I'm excited about that.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much to see on that ship. It's like one cruise doesn't do it even a week on there. It's like you need more time.
Just more time to investigate the ship.
Yep. Anyone else have any answers? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next question. You want to go with the next question?
Okay. Are you ready, everyone? How did you come up with your name?
No, not your given name. I mean that probably was your parents, but name for your Instagram
your YouTube channel,
or your
Instagram.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
I knew it.
Thanks for clarifying.
Well, I guess for us, mother-daughter cruises is because we're mother and daughter. So for us, it was pretty simple. I was like, what should we call ourselves? Once we realized we had like a following, and I was like, well, I guess it's a no-brainer. Let's call ourselves mother and daughter cruisers and keep it simple. And then we added, official, because we saw that there were other platforms that use that name. So we just added the official to the beginning of the title. And here we are.
I like that you added official, that you have official on there. It's like, hey, it's us.
There's only us.
Don't try to. You won't find duplicates anywhere. We are the original, the OG.
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, Rosh.
Well, actually, my channel was Rosh Matifa before I changed it to Rosh Travels. And Rosh Matifa was the very first. Once the internet came online back in the 90s, I created an email account and it was Rosh Matifa. So basically, it's the first two letters of each of me and my sister's names, and that's how I came up with it. And so just recently, I just shortened it up to Rosh Travels.
Yeah, it's funny. I know you're Nisha, but I still go Rosh. I did, and I didn't know the history of it. That's very cool. That's very cool. Anyone else want to share how they came up with their channel name?
I will.
Yeah.
I started my Instagram page 2 years ago when we were summer of 2020. And of course, I think we would all have rather been cruising. I had no idea that there was such a big cruise community out there. I was naive. So I'd rather be cruising than what we experienced summer of 2020.
I totally agree with you.
I understand. And let's see, get everybody else on the screen. Anybody else want to dive in on the question? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one. I know how Matthew and Lauren came up with theirs. I figured that out. And Jen and Dale, Go ahead. What do you have for your next question?
My next.
Go for it. Sure.
Okay. What is your favorite port or vacation spot?
Oh, who would like to answer that?
Oh, I can go on that one.
Okay.
I love Dominica. That island is just amazing, and it's just lush and beautiful, and it's so natural. That's my favorite spot. I love Dominica.
Wow.
And where is Dominica? For those who don't know,
it's really far southern. You've got to get on a southern trip to get there.
Yeah. That's the problem for us. A lot of times with our vacation time from work, we're taking shorter cruises. There's not time for the ship to get that far.
Yeah, usually got to go to Puerto Rico and go from there. So that way you're kind of already a little bit further south.
Right.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Thanks.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Jen and Dale, let me bring you on screen. Yep.
Ours was probably Cuba. We were lucky enough.
We can't hear you very well.
We can't hear you.
Oh, I said Cuba.
Cuba. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
We were lucky enough to go twice on cruises. Actually, one of them was our first Royal cruise ever. So it was unlike any other cruise port that we've ever been to. So it was amazing.
Did you have a good Cubano sandwich?
If you want a good Cuban sandwich, you got to go to Miami.
I've heard that before. Maybe I heard that from you before, Dale. I think we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Cuba's amazing. Someday we'll get back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'd like to go to Cuba. That'd be cool.
Wow. Okay. Anyone else before we move on to the next question?
Sure. Well, we really loved St. Thomas. I think we were over here going back and forth. Or was it Bermuda? It was like
it's just hard because I just love them so much.
Yeah, but Bermuda was the last one that we went to for the first time, and we really enjoyed that beach there. But we had to reflect and say, well, we really did enjoy Macon's Bay and St. Thomas.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Wow,
Always a pleasure when we go.
Yeah, we've had cruises to St. Thomas canceled twice, so we're finally going to get there in January.
Oh, good.
Good.
You're really gonna
It's so
enjoy it.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Look
And
at
we
that.
love the bus ride up to the beach. That's like an experience before you even get to the beach. Just the way that you go up the winding road.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And then
it just looks
they
beautiful.
stop for a minute
Yeah.
and they let you get off and just look at the view from up top before you actually get to the beach. It's just
amazing.
ridiculously beautiful.
Wow.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Then next, did anybody else want to answer that question? I'm sorry.
Really quickly, sorry.
Yep.
I wanted to talk about, we had a stop at Stockholm.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow. It was incredible.
I think, so it was one of my favorite stops. We got to see the Vasa Museum. So the entire ship was inside the museum. And we got to get, obviously we had to get Swedish meatballs. So already, like, the trip had been our favorite. But when we had gotten there, we were sleeping. So as we left Stockholm, that was the first time we realized, like, it was just full of crazy, like, little teeny islands all over the place. It was the most beautiful exit.
It was incredible. And I think the coolest part was also watching our captain, which he deserves an award. He did like a full 360 of the boat in like an area that I don't think was big enough to fit the 360, but he managed to do it. But it's just passing like what seemed like hundreds of islands on the way out, just very slowly, was breathtaking. So
wow. Okay.
The food's also really good. Swedish meatballs are better in Sweden than IKEA.
I was waiting for you to mention IKEA. That's great. Okay, and so I'm going to have you ask another question, Joy.
Okay.
But, and then after that, I'm going to ask all of our panelists if they have questions for any of the other panelists. So I'll just throw that out there in case anyone thinks of anything they want to ask someone else that they're sharing this experience with. And I'll keep playing ringmaster over here. Hopefully get people on the screen that need to be on the screen.
Are you ready, everybody?
What's the next question?
The next question is, what is the funniest thing or situation you have been in?
Oh, wow. Anybody been in a funny situation?
Well, maybe not funny, but funny now. Wasn't funny at the time. I ended up getting stitches on a cruise ship.
Oh, that did something.
I fell down at Coco Cay before it became like the Coco Cay Perfect Day that it is now. And I got caught in a rock and my tooth went through my lip. 5 stitches. The infirmary is very nice and very clean, and the doctor and the nurse were excellent. They took excellent care of me. So not funny at the time, but it's definitely funny now.
Wow, that's a different story than I was expecting based on the question you asked, but that's certainly interesting. I don't know if I've talked. I know Morgan from Unofficial Traveler Guide talked about a time he had to get. I don't know if he did medical attention on the ship or not, but yeah, we usually get the insurance because we're always afraid something's going to happen. But yeah, it's the first time I've talked to somebody that's actually been through that. So it's good to hear that you had good care.
Yeah, excellent care actually.
Anybody have any other funny stories or medical experiences? Yeah, Jen.
So during our Panama Canal cruise, we were on the Holland America, the Zuiderdam, and I had a question. And so this guy was on the elevator and he was in one of the little white suits. And I said, "Do you work here?" And he goes, "Ma'am, I'm the captain." I said, "I don't care who you are. Do you work in the bridge?" And he was like, "Yes, I'm the captain." I was like, "Okay." And then I asked my question, and Bill, 3 years later, we were doing a transatlantic with that same captain, and the captain was like, "Your wife didn't know I was the captain." And yeah, they now laugh and make fun of me because I had a question.
Wow. That's pretty funny.
It's just like running into a celebrity you don't know.
Well,
right?
The thing is, the bridge crew, they typically wear those whites, but you see a lot of other people, including people like, at the buffet that are like the chief buffet manager or something. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, so I could see how that could happen.
That would probably happen to me because...
Well, maybe. I don't know. Anybody else have any funny stories to help me out here so I don't say the wrong thing next? Okay, this is an opportunity. Anybody have any questions they want to ask of anybody else that's on the panel?
Dun, dun, dun. Anyone?
So, question actually for Jen and Dale. Because first off, the wall behind you is impressive with like having like 80 million like SeaPass cards. but we've never done Holland America. What makes that different? Because I saw, I think, a few Carnival ones like on that wall there. What makes them different than Carnival? Because we've done a lot of Carnival. And yeah.
Are you serious? Okay. First off, everybody has to take a Carnival cruise at some point because one, they just like give cruises away. I think you can go down to a Publix here in Florida and get a Carnival cruise. I'm joking. But Holland was our second cruise ever, and it is like old style cruising. It is super fancy, and they address you by Madame or Master, Mr., Sir. The service is top notch. The food is exquisite. And I was talking to somebody today, somebody by the name of Joy, and I said at the buffet they served filet mignon, they served lobster, and that's at the buffet. And I feel like they are just posh. And the craziest thing ever, if you ever compare them to a Carnival or a Royal, they're usually cheaper.
They are.
Wow. Are they really?
The thing too is they do the longer itineraries.
Right.
So if you want to go on longer itineraries, I mean, we've done a lot of Royal. I mean, you can see like you said, the cruise cards. So as far as Holland goes, it definitely is per day a lot cheaper, and it's fancy, but it's not overly stuffy.
It's not canard fancy.
It's not like you're not wearing a tuxedo to dinner or anything like that. It's just really, really well done. And their newest ships, if you're into live music, the three newest ships, we were just on the Rotterdam, which just celebrated its first birthday. They're very music focused. They actually have what's called the Music Walk.
Wow.
And they have a BB King's Blues Club,
Rolling
Stone Rock Room, Billboard Live,
Lincoln Center Stage.
So whatever type of music you're into, they rotate each venue every single night, and you can see live music. We've actually went on a shore excursion with one of the singers from BB King's, and it's a higher level of cruising, but the cost really isn't that much. It's actually the best kept secret, because a lot of people you talk to on cruises, even Royal, you say Holland America, they have no idea what Holland America is.
Right.
So definitely give it a try.
Yeah, that's
Thank
great.
You. Yeah, no,
That's
you guys
great.
had us convinced once you said filet mignon buffet in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Sold.
And it's not a fish.
Okay. So, feel free if you have any other questions for anybody else along the way, just get my attention, and be happy to do that. And the same thing with those of you watching in the chat. Pop those in the chat, and I will ask the questions before we run out of time. But next, I wanted to ask about the cruising is definitely our thing, but the YouTube experiences in creating on Instagram, all that has definitely had some interesting parts to it. I was curious if anybody wanted to share what they have found to be the most rewarding and or the most challenging about creating. And I know some of us even struggle with the word creator, but that's the best word I could come up for what we do, is the shared things we do. Anybody have experiences or something that was really rewarding or really kind of, challenging that they want to share?
I've got rewarding stuff. I really find it rewarding when people ask questions and you can help them with whatever the topic of the video is. Because, vacation time is just so precious. You want to pick vacations that are really going to meet your needs. And a lot of times there's a lot of unknowns. And I think it's really rewarding to me when people ask questions and I can help them find the best fit for them, because there's a lot of different cruise lines that have a lot of different personalities. And I think that there is a cruise for everyone, but not every cruise is for everyone. And so I find that to be the most rewarding. If I feel like I'm helping people have like the best vacation they can have and kind of being their best self.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's I think that's one of the things we try to be entertaining, but we also really try to provide information and be helpful. Yep. Because we started doing our channel because we watched channels like what you guys do or Instagram, and we're like getting that cruise high when we can't be on a cruise, and also learning. Right. So that's really rewarding. Anyone else wanted to share challenges or what they found rewarding? Mother-daughter?
Yes, we were going to agree with Charlene, and you as well, Cruise Day Fund. We felt that same way, even as I do most of the 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 creating, and I'm still learning things regarding this whole creative world. But that's another reason why we got into it and what we love about it. Even though we haven't been able to cruise most recently, it's fulfilling and rewarding to us to still see people they're still responding to our content on YouTube and on Instagram. They still ask us questions and our experiences, even off of some of our older videos. Our last cruise was in 2019, but that particular cruise ship, which was Carnival Sunrise, people asked us about our experiences on there. And again, that's how it started for us creating this channel, because people were asking us questions like that. So I think that's one rewarding thing. If I had to talk about a challenging thing, is just in our current situation, not being able to cruise, is just being still relevant and keeping our audience's attention. So we've been just doing more vlogging and lifestyle vlogging, and still sharing updates on our hopes of cruising, and creating challenges and asking our followers, do you remember where we were at this point? We'll post old videos. So it's just about being creative as possible and engaging. So for me, that would be my challenging part as far as creating. But on the positive tip, still being grateful to our loyal followers and who are still constantly asking us questions.
And you guys.
And you too. We really appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Thank
you. And we've seen that you've been doing like shorts, and you find ways to kind of keep things going.
We're trying,
And for those of us who do cruise, who've been doing cruise content for a while, we went through this period where we couldn't show you something on a ship, so we had to come up with other ways to share our excitement of cruising and share the cruise day fun, as we like to say. So anyone else want to share before we move on to the next question?
So I think the biggest thing, like the biggest reward I've seen with YouTube was like kind of something unexpected. Like obviously people see like the fun in like creating like videos that you can look back on, but I think the biggest thing was all the friendships that we've had through it, because we've met a lot of people through YouTube. They've reached out to us, we've met up with a few of them, and it's just like the new friendships that we didn't even see happening, I think is my favorite part and the most rewarding, because we've met some genuine people from like every sector, from cruising to like Disney ones to all kinds of other things, and I think that's my favorite part and the most rewarding for me.
And it's funny. In doing it, the channels that we were drawn to and the people that we've been drawn to, and part of the reason why we asked all of you to be on our channel and be part of our experience, is because we really enjoy what you're sharing. We enjoy your personality, and we
enjoy your content.
Enjoy your content, but we find you to be very just genuine people, and we really appreciate that about all of you. So I think that's
you're
really
real.
good.
You're real human beings. You're not just a robot.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're not a robot. But yeah, it's the cruise community can be a really great thing, and the YouTube community, creating community, travel, all that. We've met a lot of great people, and hopefully we'll run into all of you at some point on a ship or traveling around the country or something.
That'd be so much fun.
But yeah, it's just like one of these days we'll be on the same ship at the same time. At least I hope so.
That would be so much fun.
Did you have another question that you wanted to ask, or? Why you want me to read this?
Oh, I can read
it.
Okay.
No, okay. I thought there was a trick.
Well, having people talk, I thought you kind of already answered the question. But
how do you
make yourself different from other channels?
Anybody want to talk to how you make yourself different from other channels? And that goes for Instagram too, because the content, I know Jen and Dale both have an Instagram, and I enjoy both of yours. I know Jen's like, put the link up for Dale's, because he's got the photographs and stuff, which I enjoy both of yours. But you know what? We all find ways to make our content a little different, even if you don't mean to, because your personality shows through, how do you make your content different, whether it's photography or videos or whatever? Anyone? Bueller?
One of the things, at least for our travel Instagram, is you'll find very few pictures of us. And and actually there's very few pictures with people in them, and that's just my way I take pictures. I don't like a lot of people. I don't like a lot of crowds. And so people have commented on it. They're like, there's no people in your pictures, and we're pictures of you. And I think there's like probably 4 or 5 of them on there. But we don't like to talk a lot about ourselves, contrary to us literally talking about ourselves right now. But that's why we don't have a YouTube channel. People were like, well, you should make videos of all the cruises you go on. And we go on cruises because we love to go on cruises, and we will talk all day about them, but it's not something that we really film. But we'll come on Dan and Joy show and anybody else's and talk about cruises all day long, because it's something that we're very passionate about.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And I think we all have to find our own way. The first cruise we went on since we had a YouTube channel was when we went on Carnival Sunshine, and I was like, how do I do this? Do I copy Tony and Jenny? What do I do? Am I supposed to do a ship tour? Because this is all the stuff you see when you go searching for whatever ship or whatever on YouTube. So over time, we've kind of created our own style. We do our own thing, and it's may not be for everybody, but hey, it's what works for us, and we hope that some people get some joy and some joy and some information out of it.
Right.
Yeah. So anyone else have any thing they want to share about how they try to make what they do stand out or a little different, or why it's different?
I will. I think Jen and Dale, my page is a lot like yours. I'm not on there very much. Sometimes my kids are, but I try to also protect them and not show things that they would be embarrassed of. And then I love photography. I love art. I'm not talented in art. I could never paint or draw. But I feel like I can take good pictures. And so a lot of my it's just photographs of something beautiful that I see while we're cruising. I love to see the ship with trees framing it or plants. But then there are some family memories there too. Whether it be my family from behind or pictures that they've approved or whatever. I've ventured a little bit into the real category, which that's been fun. But pictures are still, those static photos are still my passion.
Yeah, I really enjoy the photos that you put up, Ashlyn. And we commented when you were on to have your interview about the Mardi Gras about a candid shot that you had of your son and your husband.
Oh, that was so cute.
Whether it's photos like that or photos that you just capture scenes from the ship, and I look at the photos that I take when I go on the ship, and I'm just like, why don't they look like these people's photos on Instagram? And I take 100 photos, and I maybe find one that I'm not embarrassed to put up. Usually, I'm just glad if there's not a shadow of my camera on the plate that I have the food that I want.
I know.
Yeah. Anyone else ever struggle? Yeah, that can be tricky.
It's all about the angles.
Yeah, it can be. So, mother-daughter cruises. So, what have you found? What have you found to make your channel unique? And I feel like, because we watch a lot of your channels, and not just yours, but everybody's channels on here, and they see their content, that I feel like I could almost answer the questions for them, because I feel like I kind of know you. But
we watch your channels.
We
watch everyone's channels.
How would you describe your channel to somebody that had never seen it? What is a unique?
Wow. I think for us, it's just about just being blessed to still have my mother with me, and just showing that having that mother-daughter relationship is important. And I'm just grateful. And I think that's another to add on to what we said earlier about why we thought we were onto something is because a lot of people who responded to our videos were saying how they lost their mother or their mother is no longer with them. And then because of our faith as well. So sometimes we would get requests for prayer. Like, can you pray for me? You know, my mother just passed and I'm just feeling a little sad, because they know that, we're very strong with our faith and our belief. And I think that's what sets us apart, because when you see her, you see me. And when you see me, you see her.
And the bottom line is really, my daughter says it best. I always felt she says it best. It's just about being ourselves.
Yes.
We're not trying to create what we think people might want to see or how they might want to perceive us. We're just ourselves.
Yes.
That's all
our
we can be.
Silliness and our quirkiness.
Silly, all of that.
This
just
is
about
how
being
we are.
ourselves. That's the best thing to do.
As a mother and daughter, relationship goes.
Like, this is us. That's what
and people say that all the time.
I think that's really special and it shines through. And I think that goes back to what I was saying about all of you having really authentic, putting out authentic content and sharing.
You're real.
I am real. Yes. So speaking of real, we gotta keep it real, and we gotta ask about. I know a lot of people think this is our favorite topic is cruising, but it is not our favorite topic. It's our second favorite topic.
Okay.
This is the little dirty little secret of Cruise Day Fun. Our favorite topic is actually cruise food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hear it for the food.
Whether it's for the chefs and everyone.
So I'm gonna go down the line, and I'm gonna ask each of you to share a favorite cruise food item, meal, or it could be something else you've experienced on travel, something that you always look for. So I'm gonna start here with Charlene.
Okay, easy peasy. Anything that Virgin does their food is amazing. My favorite restaurant on the Scarlet Lady was Agave's, and it's like upscale Mexican, and they just did things that were so delicious, but not traditional things that you would find at your local, Mexican restaurant. So the food, which is probably the reason why I'm a Virgin convert, is the food on Virgin is just outstanding.
Yeah, that food, and they don't call it chef's table. They called it something else. I saw you had a video.
It's a test kitchen. Yeah.
Test kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, the test kitchen is basically that same concept, and everything that Virgin does is just like a little bit different than what everybody else does. They really set out to be different, and they are.
Yeah, it looks. We're really looking forward to trying Virgin at some point.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about what you think about the food. So
yeah. It looks delicious, and it looks very creative.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Okay, so next up, let's ask Ashlyn what she thinks of what her cruise food favorite is.
The desserts.
Any desserts?
The Grand Marnier souffle. I'm trying to convert everybody over to trying it. My friend loves the cruise. She's on here. I talked her into trying it. She said that's now her favorite. So, and then the bitter and blanc. The melting cake is good, but if they served the bitter and blanc and Grand Marnier souffle every night, I would have trouble deciding.
Wow, you asking something?
What ship is that on?
I know it's on the Carnival.
Okay.
Right. They usually do it. The only time I've had Grand Marnier souffle is the longer cruises when they have 2 elegant nights, and it's the second elegant night. Shorter cruises where they only have 1 elegant night, I have the creme brulee, and then you miss out on the Grand Marnier.
Wow. Well, I saw you couldn't see this, but I saw mother-daughter cruisers getting excited when you start talking about desserts. So, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute because I know you guys are going to talk about desserts again. So, at least that's what I'm suspecting. So, Nisha, how about you? What cruise food do you enjoy?
All right, so I mentioned this in my last series and I'm loyal to Royal. I've been loyal to Royal since 2012. So every sailing I've always ate at Izumi's, the Japanese restaurant. So there's no matter what ship I'm on, or even if I go to another cruise line, if they have a Japanese restaurant, I'm gonna try it. So I love Japanese cuisine. I actually was stationed out there for 9 years, so that's one of the reasons why I love Japanese cuisine.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And then Matthew and Lauren, how about you?
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of a mixture of food and experience. So on the Disney Magic, they have a dining room called the Rapunzel's Royal Table. And I think the thing that was amazing what they did is they paired the meal, like fit different things that like happen in the like movie itself. So like the dessert was like in a frying pan and had like all, it was like a whole experience. So I think that was like both experience and food was amazing. And yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure like anything with creme brulee. So
that's basically my answer. Any restaurant that has the creme brulee, I'll take two.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. And I know we're looking forward to going on Disney Wish in April. I think we got canceled, so it got postponed. But I know you're looking forward to the specialty dining restaurant that's based on Frozen. So yeah, we'll be exciting to see how they handle all that. So let's see, who do we have next? How about Jen and Dale? Food time.
We've decided we'll do an entree, the osso buco with the risotto. It's amazing that on any cruise line we love that. And then my personal favorite dessert, and Jen will differ because she's not a big sweets fan. She usually orders the cheese plate, which she loves. But mine is if they have baked Alaska, because I like
nice.
And mine is actually anytime they have an Asian live cooking station where I get to pick the noodles or rice and then the protein and veggies. Holland does it amazingly because they change countries every day. So I get to try, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Philippine. It's like amazing, and I love it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah,
that sounds good.
You guys are making me hungry, I tell you.
I know.
Well, now we got to go to Official Mother-Daughter Cruisers. I know you must have some opinions about cruise food. You're on mute, but if you want to come off mute and let us know.
We're over here going back and forth.
Oh no,
it's dessert. I'm like, what's that thing you had when we get on the show? She's like, paella. I'm like, yeah, the paella is good at the Lido, the marketplace. But we really like the Seafood Shack is amazing.
It was.
We had it on 2 separate occasions, and it was really amazing.
Yeah, the shrimp. It was fantastic. You expect it to be average,
but it was amazing. And for the price, because those particular places to eat, you have to, pay for.
Yeah.
But that was good. And we also enjoy, of course, Guy's Burger.
I don't know what it is.
It's something about their burger. We don't typically eat beef like that, but it's always just... I never have any issues with it. And it's ridiculous. And the chocolate chip cookies, of course.
There's something about those chocolate chip cookies. And that layer cake.
And we had like this chocolate layer cake for the first time, and we could not even finish it. We had to put it in our little refrigerator in our cabin, and it was amazing. We never had it before until that last trip.
Yeah. I've never been. I can't say I've been disappointed whether we do the dining, because the food has always been great as far as I can tell. I had the steak, I had the shrimp cocktail, all those different things, but I can't say I've been disappointed at any point, but it's hard to pick a favorite.
It's hard to pick.
I understand. It's not easy. There's a lot of great food out there.
So happy to be on a cruise, you don't care.
You don't care.
Just being on board.
We'll work out later.
Yeah.
I finally thought of mine.
Oh, wait. Okay, we got Joy's going to give hers now, and then we need to wrap things up after this.
Mine is on Norwegian when I had a mango meltdown. That was my favorite drink.
Oh, we're doing drinks now.
Well,
okay.
Anything mango.
For somebody that doesn't drink much, she turns food into drinks really fast sometimes.
Or a mango daiquiri on Carnival. Anything mango. So
okay. How come you didn't write questions about drinks?
I don't know.
Oh, you just. I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. So
my favorite food though is tiramisu.
Okay, we're good. See, she's mother-daughter, she's going for the desserts too. So yeah, there's a lot of love for the desserts out there. So before we wrap up, we are running out of time. I want to thank all of you for joining us. It has been very special. We look forward to collaborating with you guys again sometime.
Or running into you while cruising, that'd be awesome.
Not physically running into you, but getting to meet you and hang out with you in person and enjoy some delicious cruise food on the high seas. That will be awesome. Yeah, anything else we need to cover?
If you like this video, everyone, give us all a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And it really helps our channels.
Yes.
And visit each other's channels and support them because they provide really good content.
Yes.
And we wouldn't have them on if we didn't believe in them and support them.
Yes. Yes. So linked down below in the description are the links for all the channels, the YouTube, the Instagrams for each of our past guests. Be sure to check them out. Subscribe, follow them. You will not be sorry. We want to thank you all again.
We
for being
appreciate
with
you
us.
for joining us today.
Yeah, and that's about it. So thanks, and we'll see you again. Well, at least the two of us will be back next Saturday at 3:00 Eastern time. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.